I've been to Japan a lot of times before. I've spoken about it tons on this channel before, blah 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 blah. You guys all know that. I'm pretty confident in traveling here with the trains and navigating things and speaking Japanese to people. But despite all of that, I've never had famichiki, weirdly. But there's never more important thing. Every time I come to Japan for the last 3 years on my last 3 trips, I've been cursed. I've gotten sick every single time, from deathly sick and bedridden to just like annoyingly sick with like just a head cold. So today I want to talk about that. The context, I normally rarely if ever get sick. I've got those like white people genes where I'll get a common cold once a year, but then I'll be perfectly fine for the rest of the time. For some reason, every time I go to Japan, I just get beat with the germs over the head, smacked around, thrown into the bin, and like I think a yokai must be going in my body and cursing me or something. I think it's because of the time of year I tend to go. I always go in November, so I'll be going from extremely hot summer in Australia to just suddenly being in like, oh, kind of cold, 14 degrees Celsius, keep in mind, autumn in Japan, which is like colder than Australia even gets in the middle of winter on average, at least the places I've lived in. So I think my body just malfunctions from the cold because it doesn't know how to function. It's still in summer survival mode. For example, in 2023, I got really sick when I spent about a month in Japan by myself. After my first 4 days, I spent then a week in Hokkaido up north, and I always wanted to go, but I was not prepared at all for how cold it would be. All I had winter gear-wise was a jumper. That's it. Because in my head, that's all you need for cold weather. What, you're just gonna wear more jumpers? No, that's stupid. I've never owned like a beanie, a scarf, like I bought thermals as well for this trip, but like they don't really do a lot. And it also wasn't snowing there yet, so I was like, oh, you don't need a jacket, that's for like skiing. But yeah, I needed a jacket. So I spent my first night in Hakodate, traveling like an hour in the rain on the bus to try and buy a jacket from Uniqlo. But after I got that, I was all good. I enjoyed Sapporo and was fine. That was until I had to go back to Hakodate to catch the Shinkansen to Tokyo. My umbrella was stolen from the hostel I was staying at in Sapporo, and when I arrived in Hakodate, there was a giant thunderstorm going on, like lightning and everything, and had no sign of stopping for hours, so I had to trek through the freezing cold thunderstorm and the rain carrying my suitcase all the way to the hostel. Yippee, hope nothing bad happens from this. It was after that I felt the start of a cold coming on. Oh, not a big surprise. But I was only 2 weeks into my holiday and I still had so much I wanted to do. So 2 days later, after kind of having a bit of a light day, I ended up hiking a mountain in Hakone. Yeah, not the best idea. That pretty much killed me. For the remaining 2 weeks of that trip, I was mostly bedridden with intense fevers, lightheadedness, and I'm pretty sure it was COVID. I mean, it's understandable considering how much I was overdoing it, getting caught in freezing cold rain, staying in lots of hostels, and doing a lot of public transport. And just on top of being in a colder climate, my body just gave out. So I was sick for the majority of my month-long trip in Japan, and for 2 weeks afterwards when I got back to Australia, it wasn't until around Christmas that I actually recovered. Okay, time for 2024. Just a shorter 2-week trip with my friends, and I know I won't get sick this time because I won't ever do it. Never mind, I got sick again. Granted, things were going well for the first 10 days or so. We went to Kyoto and Osaka, and everything was fine. That was until we got to Tokyo. We all split up for a day, and I just wanted to walk. So I did, and I just kept walking all day, and I didn't stop. Now, walking is probably one of my favorite hobbies. It usually involves me just trying to walk as far as I can, trying to get lost in Japan specifically, and seeing what interesting things I can discover. Japan is like one giant open world game for me, and everywhere I go I see something more interesting, so I just keep going. I started in Kamata, right near the southernmost point of Tokyo, walked along the Tama River to Komazawa, then walked to Sangenjaya, and then I was like, hey, I'm near Shimokitazawa, I've never been there before, so let's go. And then I was like, hey, now I'm near Shibuya, I should walk to there. I was like, oh, to get back to my Airbnb, I have to go via Shinagawa anyway, so I should just also walk there. So I ended up walking about 40,000 steps total, and it was something over 30 kilometers, I can't exactly remember. And it was a pretty windy day, so I did eventually catch a cold, but on top of that, I definitely overdid it. By the end of it, after each step, it felt like I was taking chip damage, like my vision flashed red as if I was poisoned in a video game or something. Now, the sickness wasn't as bad as the year before, because it was just a cold mainly from the winds and just like muscle exhaustion, but I ended up passing it on to my friends because flying back on a plane together in close proximity. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. But okay, this year is the year. After 2 trips getting sick, surely I won't this time. I'm living here now. I don't feel the need to like cram everything into a short amount of time and overdo it. I'm not like traveling around a bunch. Surely I won't get sick. Yeah, as soon as I got into my Airbnb that I was staying in for the first week to do like sharehouse hunting, I saw it was full of black mold. So about 2 weeks in, I got sick. Again. Not as bad as the first time, again, but come on man, it's just depressing at this point. I swear I love autumn and cold weather, but my body just isn't really built for it. There is a common through line in all these experiences. I always get sick around the 2-week mark, which is when my body just goes, no more traveling, go home and play video games, and it curses me of sickness. I always tend to overdo it physically by going on a massive walk or hike, or like mold in this case, so kind of out of my control, and I don't have any experience on how to handle the cold weather, so my expectations aren't really in order. I mean, I've never even been in snow. At least after these experiences, I now know how to handle being sick in Japan, which I would say is a good thing to learn, especially as a foreigner living here. But just you wait, when it comes to summer in Japan next year, I'll be the one laughing. Everyone always moves to Japan and then complains about how unbearable the summers are, but I can't wait to prove myself. Unlike everyone coming from America or Europe, I'm from the tropics. I grew up in this. I've spent my whole life in hot, humid, tropical summers with 40-degree weather, again in Celsius, 90% humidity, smoke everywhere from bushfires, massive tropical storms and floods that leave crocodiles in the trees, and the strongest UV levels on Earth. If there's one thing I'm ready for, it's summer. Cue the video in 6 months' time about me complaining about summer in Japan. Hello, just wanted to say thank you for watching this video, and also just thank you for the year. This is my final video for this year. I've been working on this one for the whole past month, pretty much. It's been a struggle because I tried to do a lot of original drawings for this one, and I ended up getting kind of burnt out on it, so I think I'll go back to those like pre-drawn poses in future videos, just because I can get things out much faster. But yeah, I hope it was still enjoyable regardless, and I do apologize for some of the weird audio things of my voice. It's because I would record in OBS, but it would like have weird artifacting and distortion, so I'm not going to do it anymore. From next year onwards, I'll be using Audacity entirely, so yeah. But thank you for watching, and let me know if you've ever gotten sick in Japan like I have. Thankfully, I went away over the holidays to Nagano, and actually got to see snow for the first time there, and I didn't get sick, so I am improving, thankfully. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next year. Bye bye!